As usual, I'm going to start with the brief summary, then get into the reviews and some others. Maddie is a teen girl stuck in the afterlife, investigating her own mysterious disappearance. She goes on a crime-solving journey as she adjusts to school in the afterlife. But the closer she gets to the truth, the more secrets and lies she discovers. Now, the ratings on here, it's got some pretty good ratings. It's got some pretty good reviews here, too. As usual, I'm going to give you the ratings based on percentage. Internet Movie Database, 76. Cultured Vultures, 90. Google users, 88 to 94. And let's see what some of them had to say. I love School Spirits. Storyline is excellent, very well written, and the twist and turn throughout is perfect. Usually I'd figure it out by the second or third episode who done it. It was agonizing but refreshing plot. Left cliffhanger on hope and not hopeless. Overall, Paramount really knows how to pick the best movies, series, TV shows. So good. Now, I really hope that that person is right when it comes to, because I mean, this show is left on a cliffhanger. Keep in mind, it just concluded the first season. It's only 8 episodes. It just premiered in March. It concluded earlier this month. And I really hope, and I say this in a lot of my videos where I talk about shows, that I hope they don't pull that same mess that the End Game and One of Us is Lying did, where they just left it on a total cliffhanger and then the networks canceled the show and it just left too many open questions. I really hope that this show does not do that. I hope and pray that this person is right, because there are some questions to be asked about it, or there's some questions that need to be answered. And I'm not going to spoil too much of it now because it's still a relatively new show. I know that a lot of people still haven't gotten to it. If you're into supernatural, suspense, a little bit of thriller, mystery, that's kind of what this show is as far as the genre. If you like that, I highly suggest it. It's available to watch on Paramount Plus. Excellent show. Characters are likable and the story is fast-moving and entertaining. It really plays well as a good mystery, leaving and following clues. The final episode really answered a lot, but also raised so many questions. Who is Mr. Martin really, and what is his intent? Who is Janet, and why is Martin protecting her? Why did Janet... I'm not going to read that question because it kind of spoils it, but... Spoiler, I read the comment about... Okay, I can't read that one because at least this person said that they put spoilers in it. So I'm not going to spoil it. I just binged this in 2 days because I was shocked at how good it is. I pay attention to detail and can spot a plot twist usually early on. This had me changing my mind all the way up to the very last 45 seconds and screaming out, "Don't be the last episode." Definitely recommend. So those are some of the 5 stars on that. One of them was a 4-star. Cast members: Peyton List as Maddie, Milo Manheim as Wally, Spencer McPherson as Xavier, Sarah Yarkin as Rhonda, Christian Flores as Simon, Nick Pugliese, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Pugliese, or Pugliese, I don't know. I'm sorry if I know that I just botched that. As Charlie, Kiara Picardo as Nicole, Rainbow Waddell as Claire, Patrick Gilmore as Mr. Anderson, and Maria Dezia as Sandra, who is Maddie's mom. Now, me personally, I would give the show, I'd give it about a 9 out of 10. I'd have to say that because it's a pretty interesting story as far as the show starts off with she is dead. She is a spirit. And as the show progresses, you learn that there are some other students there who either were killed or died, and a lot of them were spirits, and they're working together on this mission to find out, especially for Maddie, who was behind her death and why were they behind it. And just in 8 episodes, I had an entire list of suspects, and it turns out I was wrong on essentially every one of them. None of them were really the suspects. We're still learning that. Let's just say that there was a scene where somebody's soul had possessed somebody else's body. I'm not going to say who. I'm going to let you watch it and you see for yourself. I think that it's a pretty great show. I'm gonna put the link to the trailer in the comment section so you can watch that and then decide to, if you like what you see. Again, I'd suggest the show, but I think that so far they're doing a pretty great job, and it would be pretty disappointing if they just ended it now. For whatever reason, Paramount Plus would decide to do that, because again, we saw this with Peacock, we saw this with NBC, we saw it with Netflix, Hulu. I mean, there's so many streaming services and TV networks that have just abruptly ended a show for next to no reason at all, other than they might have lost some viewers. But so that's what School of Spirits is about. I suggest checking that out. Again, supernatural, mystery, drama, suspense, available to watch on Paramount Plus.